There's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Imagine if you were more than 100 kilos overweight and literally lived to eat and eat and eat. But what if you were faced with the choice of losing your weight or losing your life? Would you do something about it? Well, now we're going to.
This is going to be life-saving.
That's something everyone said, not feeling good, get it out.
When it comes to the super obese,
I feel like I'm going to be sick.
these people are too big, even for the biggest loser.
How do you feel about yourself?
I have had, that occasional thought that it's too hard. It's all too hard. And you just want to give up.
The really depressing part about my body is just I've let myself and my stomach just get so big.
I was sitting at home, bored out of my brain, and I was just eating.
From what the doctors have sort of said, like if you keep going, I was going to kill myself. I wasn't sort of going to make it to 40.
I want to have babies and get married. I know that in the position I'm in, that wouldn't happen.
I feel tired. It takes a lot to drag this around every day.
People don't want to be seen with a fat person.
Tonight, we meet Mick.
One place that I find hard to fit through is the shower door.
He's that once fat kid who became a super obese man. The average 30-year-old man eats about 3,000 calories a day.
Prawn dumpling? Yes, please.
Mick eats up to double that.
Yeah.
Which is why he puts on more and more and more weight. Because there's this much food going in at every meal.
Yum chow I absolutely love. I could eat it three to 7 times a week, not a problem.
But Mick is paying more than a heavy price for his food addiction.
Every day, easy things to do in life that I want to do, I can't do because I'm trapped in this body that just hasn't got the energy to do anything. Being such a big bloke, the flexibility is a lot harder to actually get down to your feet and actually put socks on.
Mick can't get a job. He can no longer even get an erection.
Things couldn't get much worse, right?
No, that's right.
So the only way is up.
Yeah, exactly.
But behind the laughter of this jolly fat man is an almost unbearable pain.
Well, Paul was my eldest brother, and he got up to go to work one morning, jumped in the shower, and his aorta valve near his heart, it just exploded and gave him a massive heart attack, and that was it.
Now Mick's weight is threatening to cut short his life too.
I don't know how I let it happen.
But this man's life is about to change forever. In the next hour,
Keep him going.
we'll put him through 300 days of incredible physical and mental pain.
What are you doing this for? Why?
This is the true story of a food addict eating himself to death. A man who was simply too big.
Any mushroom gravy?
Since the sudden death of his brother, 33-year-old Mick Spalding has lived at home with his mum and his diabetic father. They're a family obsessed with eating.
You do the right thing and eat the tomato, I'll have this.
Is your mum killing you with love? In the kitchen?
Yeah, a little bit. Mum's always cooks a bit too much. Where I should just stick to the one piece of schnitzel, I'll go back for the second bit. It is my fault at the end of the day. I don't have to eat that much. It must hit people in different ways after they've lost somebody so close. I've looked at food as a bit of a comfort. It's hard to explain. I want to be there for my brother's kids growing up and hopefully walk them down the aisle one day because their father's not going to be here. I just don't want people looking at me in funny sort of ways where they're actually at the point probably laughing at me. It gets to me a bit.
Today is the beginning of the rest of Mick's life. And first stop is some tough love from this man.
I don't know how the guy's alive. He is a massive man. I'm lost for words. He is honestly walking death.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you. I'm here to turn your life around and make it better.
Beautiful.
I'm going to weigh you first.
Yep.
And go from there. Okay, step on for me. Nice and easy in the middle. Holy dooly. $247.3.
I actually almost couldn't believe it. I didn't think I was that heavy.
Crazy, crazy.
Big number.
Big number.
You just don't realise how heavy you are till you actually confront it with it. It's in your face and you can't tell anybody no lies, you know, like somebody standing over you or looking at it too, so you can't jump off and say, no, that's telling lies. It's not.
This will tell me your resting heart rate. Whoa, look at that. 132. Walking time bomb.
Yeah.
Really.
What should that be?
Like 70 to 80.
Should.
You can imagine the stress on your heart already.
That's working twice as what it should be.
Twice. So, half your lifetime already.
Yeah. It was very confronting. Just the fact that I could just drop dead.
Over the next 40 days, Lee wants Mick to lose 40 kilos. And that will take pain.
What are you doing this for? Me or you? Huh?
And more pain. Mick Spalding's first step on the scales in 4 years has been a sobering shock.
247.3. Crazy, crazy.
Big number.
Big number.
I don't want to be die when I'm in my 30s. I don't know how I let it happen.
I'm lost for words. He is honestly walking death.
Mick's brother died of a massive heart attack. His father has obesity-related diabetes. Now the lives of this fat family are about to be turned upside down.
Mick.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
All right, what we're going to do now, guys, is go through and throw all the garbage food out. So I need you to know that you're 100% behind this.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to help him the whole way through. You're his support system for here.
I'm going to help you.
Yeah? All right, so cupboard by cupboard team. Mango slices full of sugar. Pancakes, Sunday morning breakfast. Chocolates, sweets, lollies galore.
That's for my cappuccino.
It's gone. Mick, get in there.
That's my cook.
Not anymore.
That's my tea for tonight.
Get rid of it, Dad.
Get rid of it. You're not having it. Get rid of it.
I want my dad to change as well because he's got type 2 diabetes, so he needs to change just as much as me, I think.
Get rid of it.
What am I going to have tonight?
Get rid of
Nothing.
it.
Having vegetables. Mince. Off you go.
But he could have left the meatloaf because I was looking forward to that tonight. Thank God I had a piece yesterday. I was going to have a meatloaf sandwich for lunch. I should have.
How challenging is it going to be in the kitchen with the three of you in there?
I can see a few arguments over the next couple of months, but I'll put him in his place.
Really is feeding to die. So I need you 100% behind this.
Oh, yeah. I'm behind. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. We're all going to do it. My wife included.
Mate, this is your big thing. This is your new home gym for the moment.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Now, put your feet up into the pedals. And the other one. Feet inside there. Okay, hold on. Okay, good. Now, pedal. We're just going to see if we can pedal for 5 minutes at this easy speed. Nothing fast. In 20 years in this game, I've never seen anyone as dysfunctional as Mick physically. Hitting the 2-minute mark and the heart rate's starting to elevate. Yeah, and you can start to feel that yourself. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is slow down. I want you to take your feet out of the pedals. Okay, and just get your breath. Nice, full lungs. Fill them up. He's in such a state of disrepair, which is unsafe. 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10. Rest. Okay, sit down for me. What is it?
140.
140. Just simple movement again.
Yeah. Disappointed that I can't keep going, but it's only for a little while, man. Hopefully give me a month or so and I'll be able to go for 15, 20 minutes. So, one day at a time.
Mick has a long, painful road ahead, but he's already creating a shrine in his attempt to cheat an early death.
I'm just keeping my brothers tight in this room, mate. It's just something when I'm doing it tough, I can have a look and make me keep going.
And push. Good. Now, step down again for me. Good.
The first weight loss target is 40 kilos in 40 days. That sounds a lot, but it's just 14% of Mick's body weight.
Mick's grabbing this by the horns and just running with it, and he, is embracing this 120%. It's unbelievable.
But this super obesity battle is going to take more than just exercise. Mick needs to change his entire life.
Are you going to help me shop today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Should we get Uncle Mick some really healthy, good food?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fresh fruit and veggies are absolutely great, okay? You want to be snacking on fresh fruit, and fresh fruit can be part of your breakfast, or when you feel like a dessert, then fruit's your absolute best option, okay? Now, apples are one of the best kind of snacks, Mick, because they're really slowly absorbed. They've got lots of fibre in them, and they have loads of antioxidants. We're going to go for 4. He knows he's got these significant health issues in his family. So one of the things I'll be teaching him is about, you don't have to follow a low-carb diet. It's actually about choosing the right carbs, and that's absolutely crucial.
I'm trying to think positive, just whatever I'm taking in is good food. I'm being positive about knowing it's actually doing me good and not trying to put that negative feeling into my head that it is boring food, because if I start thinking it, I'll start believing, and I don't want to start believing that it is boring food, which I know it's good for me, so I'm just trying to have that positive attitude, mate.
It's 4 weeks since Mick began this challenge. Every day he has to resist temptation and make the right food choices.
You got any cravings or anything?
No, I haven't had any cravings for the last few days, which has been good, so hopefully I don't get any, so I'll just keep with the healthy stuff.
Yeah. Now tell me about just girls, relationships. When was the last time you had a relationship?
A few years back now, probably about 5 years ago now, so yeah, hadn't been much in relationships. I've seen a couple of girls here and there, but nothing that's been steady or anything like that.
So I just thought obviously that's got a lot to do with just how you feel about yourself, I suppose, your self-esteem.
Yeah, that's right. I just haven't been putting myself out there ever to meet new people. I would love to if I come across the right person, maybe settle down and have a kid or kids. If someone's out there, you sort of find each other somewhere along the line.
That is. They're good. They're good.
Mick's first target was 40 kilos in 40 days. Today, he'll weigh in for the first time.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous knowing it's going to be the weigh-in today. I've never really liked getting on the scales all my life because I've always known I've been a big boy, so it's never really pleasant to get on the scales and actually see exactly how much you do weigh.
Mick, it's time to be weighed. It's been 40 days. How do you think you're going to go?
I think I've hopefully gone all right, mate. I'm just hoping to be, if I've lost 10 kilos, I'll be really happy with that.
Yeah?
So I'm planning on doing 10 kilos a month. So that's 100 kilos after 10 months. So.
Mick, you'd be happy with 10 kilos, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't be. Mick, step up on the scales. 40 days. A lot of sweat and tears in that time. You weighed in at 247.3.
Yep.
Your weight today is... Mick, step up on the scales. "40 days. A lot of sweat and tears in that time. You weighed in at 247.3.
Yep.
Your weight today is 207.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's 40 kilos. Beautiful.
Great effort, mate.
Thanks,
Fantastic
mate. 40.3, eh? Done around.
effort. This guy has amazed himself. I think he's amazed me as well. Is that all I get?
That's unreal. I can't believe it. Knowing that I've lost weight now and lost 40 kilos, it's made me just feel not like a new person, but just as a person that just wants to keep going now and strive to try to get down to his gut weight.
I just can't believe it. I was hoping in the background that it would be 40 kilos, and he did it. And that's just absolutely fantastic. Just, I don't know, just very emotional because I was happy for him.
40 kilos is an amazing result. I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is your brother talking here. Yeah. We've got a long way to go, but I'm not going to be happy now if you rest and sit back on your laurels. Yeah? You've worked hard to do this. He's there. He's made that first step. He's jumped the mountain. Now there's a mountain to climb, but I believe he'll do it, and I think he'll do it really well.
This is the last time Mick will see Lee for a month. He will be on his own. Every day will be a new challenge.
You ready to go?
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Carrying all that weight, Mick walks at just over 1 step per second. That's half the speed of most of us. But right now, he's desperate for Lee's approval.
It's good to be able to get up in the morning and think I've got something on my mind to go and do and achieve, and it feels really good.
Mickey, how you going?
Yeah, all right, mate.
How's the back going?
Yeah, it's a bit tight.
Well, when we get to this end, we'll give it a stretch and get back into it, hey? Sit down. Give me your hands, stretch your back out. Just stretch, lean forward. Pull.
It's frustrating, mate, because my back hurts when I'm trying to do things like this, and I know I can do it. I know I could walk to the end of that beach if my back didn't hurt, you know what I mean, without a problem, but it just gets frustrating with my back so tight, you know.
Frustration's just part of the puzzle.
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. I just got to put up with it, chuck it in and harden up a bit, mate.
Let's walk back and let's just keep going.
Yep.
Mick is loving this, and I'm so glad because I'm pushing Mick into the area thinking that he's got to get out there and participate in life again and not hide from the fact of he's a big guy at the moment, because that's all going to change.
It's a bit hard.
I know it's a bit hard. Work those legs. All right, good. Head it back over here now.
I don't like to think of failure, so I never had that thought in my head at all. Not far to go now. Thanks, mate. Feel a bit sore, but I done it.
Remember, this guy couldn't stand up for more than 3 minutes when we started. Today he walked the beach. He's only going forward, that guy. He's not going backwards at all.
Do you think about your brother while you're training? Do you think about the changes that could have happened beforehand? Does it upset you? Does it make you want to do more?
Well, I do think about my brother when I'm training because it drives me to keep doing it because I know I've got to be around for his kids and hopefully walk him down the aisle one day if my old man's not around. So I'd love to do that for him, just to be around for them.
What about you?
Yeah, and hopefully find myself a girl, mate, and walk down the aisle and maybe have a couple of tin lids and just be happy and be able to bring him to the beach and enjoy the beach life and show him what it's all about, how much fun you can have, which is free.
For the next 4 weeks, Mick is on his own, with no Lee to drive him. And his resolve to lose even more weight is about to hit a major roadblock.
The first 4 weeks I just started off with like a bull at the gate. I was going really well, going to the gym every day and sort of built myself up to getting there twice a day and doing like a 2-hour cardio session. And then, I don't know, I just had this sudden, just lost all my enthusiasm to get to the gym. Mentally you want to, because it's in your head that you want to do it, you know, but your body just can't take it. It was like I've gone downhill a little bit the last couple of weeks, which I'm disappointed in. It's hard to explain the temptation that you have when you're looking at food and you're saying to yourself, yeah, you can have that little bit extra, and it's hard to say no to food when you've been such a big eater. And you're always thinking that tomorrow's going to be a new day and something wonderful is going to happen to get rid of that food that you've eaten extra the day before. I wish I could just switch off and say no, but it's something in your mind just plays funny buggers with you, you know. I actually do need somebody to get me and push me, and I don't like letting people down, so if people are willing to put the time in for me, I want to give them a bit of satisfaction back of what they're putting into me. I want to give a bit back, so yeah, I do need somebody to push me along, I think.
Going into his second weigh-in, Mick almost fears seeing his trainer, Lee, again.
So Mick, let's see how we've been going. Okay, last couple of weeks. Yep, another weigh-in. See what you've done, what you haven't done. See where everything's at. How do you think you've been going?
Yeah, I think we've been going all right, actually. Had a couple of down weeks, which might maybe put me behind the 8 ball a little bit, but nothing that I'm not too worried about, I hope.
Okay, get on. Step up for me. Mate, what was your start weight?
247.7.
247.7. So, and our last weigh-in?
207.
What's 18 kilos on 207, Mick? What's 18 kilos on 207?
225.
That's what you're weighing right now. Mate, what have you been doing? What have you been doing?
Nothing much, mate, nothing.
That's obvious, nothing much. Mate, I was furious with him. The word fail fits in. He has failed himself. And I was very angry with him, disappointed with him. He is on a path of self-destruction. And unless I pull him back further than he's been pushed before, he will never understand. This is unacceptable. Let's go over the ring. You want to have a spar? We're going to sort this out. We're going to get to the bottom of this and work out what's going on, because it's unacceptable.
Yep.
Reality is going to come back and hit you in the face. He's already lost a brother. He's on the verge of losing his life. And if he doesn't change it now, and this is the last time he'll get the chance again, he might as well walk away now. I want you to start telling me what you think you haven't done or what you think you have done. Okay? Where do you think you're going wrong? What's happened?
I just slacked it off, mate, I think, for a couple of weeks. I don't know, I really can't tell you. Probably not exercising as much as I should. Maybe eating a little bit too much.
Hands up. How can you go so well then so bad? How can you? Hands up. Okay. When you're ready. There's no bully about this. This is reality. This is real. And if he doesn't change it, and he doesn't own up to himself, and he stops being the big kid who crawls back home and sits on the couch and does all these things that he doesn't need to do, rather than taking care of himself, hey, call that a bully or call that someone who cares. Come on, Mick. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing this for? Me or you? Huh? Who? Who? Mean it. Who? Me. Come on.
He was doing it for my own benefit. It wasn't, I didn't take it the wrong way, and I wish he probably would have whacked me a bit harder.
Come on. What are you doing this for? Why? Why? For me? Why? For me? What did you start this for? Why? Who are you letting down? Who are you letting down?
Myself.
Who are you letting down?
Myself.
Why? Why?
I'm just letting myself down.
And me?
And you. And the people that love me.
What about your brother? You're meant to be doing this for your brother, right? You've let him down now.
It was pretty emotional getting in the ring to lead. He's asking me who I'm doing it for, and I'm doing it for myself, and he's bringing up my brother and things like that. So it just got too much for me, you know. And I don't know. As a man, mate, you don't like to cry, but sometimes you got to, and I think everybody cries sometime or another.
When do you need to stop? What's a wake-up call?
Right now.
Right now? Right now? Is any of this going to work?
I hope so.
Is any of it going to work? Right at the moment, mate, I don't believe you. I seriously do not believe you.
Just
why, Mick?
Not focusing.
Not focusing, that's your whole excuse for your whole life.
That's right.
When are you going to take responsibility for what you've done? Hey?
Right now.
He wants to achieve 100 kilos. He wants to walk down the street. He wants to fall in love. He wants to have kids. This, what he did, doesn't say that.
Probably things I really needed to hear, and what he was saying was true. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my brothers. I'm doing it for his kids. And probably that's what I really needed to hear, and just to let it out, mate, and just get upset about it.
When you're ready, you come back to me.
Just can't believe it went so good and went so bad. Just a couple of weeks and I've got to pick myself up, mate, and move on. I think I need them whacks in the head, mate, to wake me up.
You get another one if you do it again. Go get on the gear. Day one again. Day one.
Sorry, mate.
Step down again for me.
Driven by trainer Lee Campbell, our 247-kilo man Mick Spalding lost 40 kilos in 40 days.
Your weight today is 207.
But then, left alone, he put back on a shocking 18 kilos in less than 4 weeks.
What's 18 kilos on 207?
225.
That's what you're weighing right now.
Lee no longer trusts Mick to exercise daily, so he's going to monitor his every move.
Okay, Mick.
Yeah, mate.
This is your next best friend, right?
Okay.
Your online electronic personal trainer. Because you're too dependent on me when I'm not here, okay? Goes in your right arm, tells me everything you're doing. Sleeping, walking, how many calories you're burning a day. It's your new best friend.
Okay.
You'll download it, send it to me every night.
Yep.
Let's go.
Lee's about to ensure Mick regrets falling off the wagon.
So tell me what happens when I go away. You're too dependent on me.
Got the infection in my leg.
But you were eating wrong, you weren't exercising, you didn't exercise for weeks.
Yeah, I know. Won't happen again, mate.
Stop a sec. All right. The rest fits on your arm. Then you move over. It's bothering me that I think he's got more there, but he hasn't been giving us more. Come on. Not giving up now. Keep going. There's more in the tank, and we need to get that out of him every single day. He needs to start working on his own. Push through it. And this is where he fell down last time. He didn't do anything while I was away. He put weight on while I was away. He failed again at, maintaining a lifestyle that's healthy and a longer, happier, healthier life. Keep it going, Mick. Come on, get up over the hill. Okay, slow it down, slow it down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
How does it make you feel when you're sort of putting in such an effort?
It starts hurting after a while when you realise you're actually doing things and it's not happening, you know, like you just feel like, should I keep going or just throw my hands up in the air? And I'm not the sort of one that, I don't like throwing the towel in, I never give up, you know, like it's, whatever I do, I try to give them 100%, you know.
Come on, get the legs going again. That's why it's a challenge, mate.
Do a challenge, eh?
Come on. You got to steer, mate. He may be discomforted by the size he is, and he did say, oh, a lot of times it just hurts too much. Well, you are that big for a reason. Mick, 100 metres. 100 metres. What happened at the end here?
I don't know, mate, just done my ankle ache. Nothing major, mate.
Nothing major, nothing going to stop you?
Just a quick spill for a rest.
You've got to help me out. And you've got to start working that hard. That was great. Good job. But, you know, that needs to be every day. Every day. You need to finish this. You need to finish it strong.
Yep.
It's up to you to start doing stuff. The eyes are the window to the souls. This guy's going to do it, and he's going to prove to everybody out there that it can be done and make a better life for himself.
Probably still a little bit behind where I probably should be. I just had a bit of a speed up and I just let myself go a bit and probably didn't do as the training and eat how I should have been eating, and unfortunately put on some kilos, and that was a real big wake-up call for me to actually just get right into this and just have a real good crack at it. It's been a different me, mate. It's just, I'm so focused now, it's just unbelievable.
But behind all the big talk, Mick isn't losing weight. And he's struggling to find the energy to keep up his exercise regime. The data from the sensor armband might tell us why.
According to this the new armband and all that, it's telling me I'm only getting 3, 4, 5 hours sleep a night, and which is probably not enough, mate. They say you need 7 to 8 hours sleep a night.
So Mick needs to find out why he's getting so little sleep, even without realising it.
Bennett? Hello, mate, how you going?
What I'm going to do today is just ask some questions about your sleep. Tell me about your snoring.
I've noted that I snored sort of all my life, but it's become a big factor at home now. But sometimes at night I fall asleep on the lounge and I'm snoring and overriding the volume of the television, you know. So I notice when I wake up in the morning, if I get up and have a cup of tea in the morning and sit down to watch the morning news or something, I'll doze off again after I've just woken up. So obviously I'm not getting enough sleep during the night.
So what I plan to do is organise for you to have a sleep study, which means sleeping overnight in a sleep laboratory. There is a very severe form of sleep apnea where patients not only have very, very bad sleep apnea, but they also have what we call respiratory failure during the day and also during the night. And as a consequence of that, they are at risk of developing heart failure and all the complications that go with that.
Remember, his overweight brother died of a massive heart attack. The doctor's words are a harsh reminder to Mick of what he's facing being this big.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried what was going to happen, but as I got here, just all the nerves went away and just felt comfortable with everybody, so it was good. All right, cheers, buddy. Thank you.
I guess not to beat around the bush, your sleep study that you had during the night was very abnormal, and it was consistent with having very severe sleep apnea. During the night, you are stopping breathing the 115 pauses per hour. That's not good. And with that, the oxygen level actually drops down to about 50%. But the treatment you need now is to use a thing called a CPAP machine. It's a device that you wear at night time, and it's like a reverse vacuum cleaner.
Mick will wear the machine every night to stabilise his breathing and stop him waking up.
Hopefully it's just going to give me more energy through the day to accomplish more, as in more exercise and getting up and around a little bit more rather than just sitting and watching television and doing nothing, and that's not actually helping me to lose weight.
Will more sleep and better sleep be the answer to Mick's weight loss battle? Or are even more desperate measures needed? Mick Spalding has been dieting and exercising for 20 weeks. We've taught him how to eat well, to sleep well, and to trim the weight off.
Keep it going, Mick.
But now, it's up to him. And Mick is finding it tougher than ever.
There's nothing else I can do for him. I've spent days on days and weeks on weeks trying to help this guy. Supporting him, being there emotionally, physically for him, all the way. So I'm at the end of the road with him.
The weight-wise, I've just hit a little bit of a hurdle and trying to find it very hard to get over. If anything's going to be holding me up, it's got to be the portion size, because it's not the eating wrong or anything like that. That is probably my biggest downfall, the volume.
1 minute he lost 40 and then now he hasn't, and I haven't seen him have McDonald's or anything like that. That's why I'm so surprised that with him training so much that he hasn't gone down probably another 10 kilos.
The whole family is in denial. They won't admit that Mick has no control over his eating. Clearly his addiction is too powerful and he needs a different type of professional help.
I was starting to get frustrated with sitting on this hurdle that I'm not getting over with weight-wise, that I'm hovering around the 230, 235 mark.
See you later, darling. I'll miss you.
In desperation, today Mick will enter a special treatment centre.
Lucky enough, Mick's checked himself into a place that specialises in food addiction. And it's a serious illness. It's a serious illness. He is just addicted to food. So he would come into train and say, oh, I haven't been eating, haven't been doing this. Well, he'd sneak out during the day and night and he would get back into the fast foods and just eat volume and volume of food. He's let me down immensely. Lying to me, but then admitting to me, and now finally admitting to himself that he has a big problem.
My goal being here is to, anything over 20 kilos would just be just fantastic, mate. That would put me up nearly the 40 kilo mark. Hopefully everything just pans out how I'm planning on.
By far the biggest factor in this, in their journey towards health is understanding that it's a mental game. Diet and exercise play an important role, but if the person doesn't have the right mentality, then you can have all the information in the world and it makes no difference. Or you can have someone with the right attitude that knows nothing about nutrition or exercise and they'll achieve results.
I'm finding the food actually really nice. The portions I'm struggling a little bit with. We've got to sit down and eat our 3 meals and our snacks at certain times every day, so I'm actually not wanting to eat so much. You never really see improvements on yourself, but everybody seems to say they're seeing some improvements in me, so hopefully come Friday when I weigh in, I should hopefully get a good result.
Mick's been at the New You Health Centre for 3 weeks. He's got no idea how much weight he's lost, but he's facing up to his obsessive eating.
I'm not hiding anything like I was before. I'm not lying to anyone. I'm just honest and just want to live healthy and lose this weight. The experience that I've had here is just unbelievable. Just changed my whole mindset on my attitude on wanting to lose weight and everything. I have found a new happiness within myself.
That's our Superman.
Yeah. High five.
I haven't been socialising much over the last few years, so I've been lucky to be socialising and just to meet a new group of friends and have good times and have a laugh and just it's been great. It's brought happiness out in me, you know. This is my 4th week at New Year, and it's my last weigh-in for after the 4 weeks. So hopefully everything goes well. I'm a bit nervous, to tell you the truth. So I'm really waiting to see how I go.
Well, you put in all the work, mate. Put in all the hard work.
Mate,
so
yeah, that's right. I've done nothing. I'm like I was just saying to Mel.
That's it. The numbers will be what it'll be.
Mate,
so
yeah, that's right. So
you just got to focus on how you're feeling internally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right.
All right, let's do it, mate.
Remember, 25 weeks ago, this man weighed nearly 250 kilos. It's nearly 200 days since Mick Spalding set out to change his life and save his life.
I'm lost for words. He is honestly walking death.
He started this journey at 247 kilos. He's lost it.
Your weight today is 207.
That's unreal. I can't believe it.
Put it back on.
Mate, what have you been doing? What have you been doing?
Faced his health issues.
Your sleep study that you had during the night was consistent with having very severe sleep apnea.
And finally started to beat his addiction with strict residential care. Now he has to face whether he's winning or losing the battle.
$213.4.
I've got 20 new beauties. Yeah, well, there's no stopping me now. Seeing the numbers coming down, I just want to keep going and just push as hard as I can.
19.1. 19.1 in...
We'll say 20, mate. We'll say 20, yeah. I feel unreal now. I come here with the expectation to lose 20 kilos. I'm only 0.9 of a kilo short.
On your champ.
Thanks, mate.
Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
In the 10 months we spent with Mick, he rode an incredible roller coaster.
I didn't think it was going to be such a struggle, just changing all the habits that I did have mentally and physically.
He's lost 50 kilos, but it was never easy.
What are you doing this for, me or you? Huh?
Your life goes from one extreme to another. When I was at my heaviest and just sitting at home, and it was like a light that turned off in my head. It was just nothing. I'd seen no positive things in life. I just didn't want to get out and do anything. You know, like that was probably the worst part of my life that I can experience. You know, that was probably the darkest point in my life, just being that heavy.
Mick's now lost enough weight to qualify for a stomach stapling operation, and his life has changed dramatically.
Got more confidence now. I'm back at work, feeling fitter, healthier. Yeah, that rings there. Is that enough? Just being able to do things a lot easier, which I couldn't do 8 to 9 months ago. Can't see without your glasses. It's always good to get back in the truck, mate, because I always love trucks. I'm a diesel mechanic and always driven trucks and always been around trucks all my life. Everything starts as a dream, mate. You just got to make it a goal and then put it into action, I think.
And a decent working life is not the only thing Mick has regained.
The positive thing that I've got out of getting fit and healthy is getting an erection back again, which wasn't happening until 10 months ago. You know, it was just limp and wasn't happening. And things, I thought to myself, well, Guiley can't be washed up to 34, but it's not retired and it's back in operation. But I had a funny experience the first time I got her back in operation. Was about to do the deed and didn't last too long, and she goes, well, you're a cheap shout. I said, yeah, well, it's been a while, so give us a couple of minutes and we'll go round 2, eh?